You want to support me? Go to Nimi Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Smash that like and follow me on TikTok at Trenches383. Make sure y'all go get life insurance. If you got kids out there claiming hats and dissing the dead, go to PlenumLifeInsurance.com and sign up. Holler at Aaron and Contra. Yo, it's your boy Trenchy News, and I'm back with another one. Appreciate all the support, and thanks to everyone who subscribed. If you ain't subbed yet, make sure you do and join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. Remember, if you got anything extra, and I mean extra, after food, hygiene, and clothes are covered, take it outside and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we're all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature could destroy everything overnight, so make sure you give back. Let's protect the kids, the women, the elderly, and the community. All right, y'all, I got two stories for this Friday. First, we're talking about Lil Durk and Bo Murder for Hire, how they intertwine, and how Lil Durk snitched on himself and helped the feds connect the dots by putting out certain information online. And second, DOVD's been arrested for the murder of 14-year-old Celeste. Smash that like button so the video gets around. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, hook it up. All right, y'all, so the first story we're starting with is Lil Durk, AJ Marley, and the murder for hire in California involving Lil Pop. Now, we all know AJ pleaded guilty and took the plea deal for the murder for hire, which means he has to tell everything about the payment. And this ain't hearsay because we're talking about the actual killer. In the video I'm about to play, I'm going to break down the murder for hire and what got Lil Durk caught up. Then I'm playing the AJ
murder for hire resulting in death, and one count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death, all of which he pleaded not guilty to. Surprisingly, his trial was slated for January 7th, just 3 months after his arrest, but that date was pushed back to October 14th of this year. It all comes weeks after an unsealed affidavit filed by an FBI agent alleged Lil Durk was involved in another murder for hire plot. That affidavit reportedly cites texts and social media posts from two people discussing the payment from Lil Durk for the 2022 murder of 24-year-old Stephon Mack, who was alleged to be a Gangster Disciples leader. The agent alleges Lil Durk was offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder. However, prosecutors did use that affidavit as evidence to get Lil Durk's request for bail denied, and he, as well as his co-defendants, remain behind bars since their respective arrests. But all of them are...
They said the Lil Durk murder for hire in California got his bond denied because they showed the judge evidence about the murder for hire in Chicago. So to everybody saying the Chicago murder for hire was nothing, that's exactly what got him stuck. So y'all must listen closely. We're gonna keep it moving. Make sure y'all smash that like button.
Durk released a song called Aha after Mac was murdered. So on February 22nd, almost a month after the murder, he releases a song. I believe the song can be reasonably interpreted to be references to Durk having people killed. We be sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have. Buddy ass got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his ass. What else they got on Durk, bro? I believe these lyrics can be reasonably interpreted to be a reference to Mac's murder. After Mac was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPC surveillance video of the murder on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and distributed the phone to others. Additional lyrics from the same song: my brother D thing just got killed and I've been slow since, but we got back on they ass. I bet they know this. It's a reference to Mac's murder for reasons stated further below in sections describing law enforcement's review of jail calls and social media posts. So here's where things get dicey, boys. Montgomery and Powell have been on February 19, 2022. Montgomery was arrested by Illinois State Police after fleeing from a stolen vehicle. The phone he had on him revealed the device used cell phone number and was activated after the killing. They discovered a series of texts. Oh no, man. Here we go. Between Montgomery and Powell, the two shooters, boys. So this is like 2 weeks after the murder. From Powell to Montgomery. What's up with OTF? Montgomery to Powell. Nothing. Powell to Montgomery again. What do you mean they not paying? Montgomery to Powell. We wait and he comes up here on the 17th. Powell to Montgomery. Stand on that. Why you with Durk and them? Powell to Montgomery. Did Durk gave you that money? Not a good look. They named Durk after killing someone 2 weeks prior, wondering where the money is. Is that all the evidence they have on him? I wonder, they probably have more. This exchange of messages 14 days after Mac was murdered. When the user of Powell phone 2 asked his user of subject phone 2, what's up with OTF? These two were discussing Lil Durk and his affiliates. Well, fucking clearly. Lil Durk's record label is OTF. Subject phone 2 and Powell exchanged nothing. What do you mean they not paying? Subject phone 2 was indicating they had not been paid when user of subject phone 2 wrote nothing, prompting user of Powell phone 2 to question whether there was an issue with them being paid for Mac's murder. This is just not good for Durk, boys. We wait and he come up here on the 17th. He was indicating that he was waiting for Durk to come into town on February 17th. Paid them for having murdered Mac. Stand on that. Why you with Durk and them? The user of Powell phone 2 was user of subject phone 2 who insists on getting paid when he saw Durk on the 17th. The next day when the user of Powell phone 2 wrote, did Durk give you that money? Fucking obviously he's confirming if he got the money. Yeah, whatever. Review the Facebook page for user with public display name. Redacted. I know that Lil Durk was interviewed on blank podcast February 22nd.
Lil Durk was interviewed on a podcast on February 22nd. On February 18th, a Facebook page user, and before y'all say it's hearsay, it's not. This is coming from the killers themselves. And if you pay close attention, you're going to hear Jam get mentioned in this. Jam is also mentioned in the Lil Pab situation. He ain't officially named in the case yet, but from the streets, they know Jam was the third person shooting. But let me keep going.
The excerpts simply show that Montgomery Wilson's motivation for killing Mac was to collect a cash bounty that had been put out for Mac's murder by individual A and his associates with OT. Get him to go to a 90. We trying to get 90 out of him for this shit. Confidential source. For a motherfucker, AJ for youngin'. Excerpt 2. In this excerpt, AJ explained to the confidential source that although individual A, aka Durk, contributed $50,000 to the bounty for killing Mac, AJ only collected a portion of those funds. AJ, look, Jam, this what Jam told Didi. I mean, he told Bondo. Like, Bug, he say, man, Durk gave up 50, shorty. He only paid me a dub, so it's 30 missing. Remind you, I'm locked up. So he's saying Durk gave 50, but he only got paid 20, and 30,000 is missing. They gave me 100, shorty. They really owe me 100,000. These 3 limited excerpts exclusively concern AJ's admissions to the confidential source that he killed Mac to collect a payment.
They never reported it or put it in the news. Now remember, Aha was 2022 and nobody got charged. Everybody thought they got away with it. So when Lil Durk put in that song, we ain't claim it, but Buddy got hit, we ain't claim it, but I could show his ass, and then the person who recorded the video came out saying he sent it to Durk and them, and they paid him, that right there connected everything. As I said, Durk is going to ADX. He's about to be what Larry Hoover just was, and I hate to say it, but that's where this is heading. He connected his own dots. He hired a bunch of people, and now Jam is involved too, and the feds put Jam in this one as well. So if Jam is cooperating, he definitely told them Durk only gave up 50 because AJ already said he only got 20. How do you expect loyalty when you burn somebody by not giving them all the money? But here's the thing, AJ burnt Morley too because Morley never saw a dollar. After AJ did that interview, he stopped answering for Morley completely, went to the feds, told the informant everything, and wanted his money. That's what I got on connecting these dots. Lil Durk worked very hard to go to jail, and that's why in the Lil Pab murder for hire, they're bringing up Aha. That lyric proves he was paying bounties, and it's all connected. If AJ confirms, yeah, they did the song, because they did Aha the same day as the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and AJ was in that video with Lil Durk talking about his brother's killer, you're going to have to explain a lot more than just a lyric. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Durk's situation. I think it's over. I got paperwork too, AJ's plea agreement, the superseding information, and the designation sheet so y'all can check it for yourselves. But that's what I got on Lil Durk. He connected the dots for the feds by rapping about it. He messed up by letting AJ come to the murder for hire knowing what this man did. And because he let him in, AJ is going to use it to get out of jail. And Jam is going to confirm the $50,000. That's a murder for hire. When you cop out, you have to tell everything, not just what you did. AJ left his phone, left all the evidence, left a gun on a ring camera, hollered out his homie's name, and they even had somebody paid to record the murder. It's going to be hard explaining all that, but that's what I got on Lil Durk. Next story before I get up out of here, Dovi Asada has been arrested for the murder of 14-year-old Celeste, whose body was found in a Tesla right down the street from his house. We ain't know he did it. We have known he did it, and he should have been arrested way sooner. Shame on LAPD. But he ain't getting out of this one because his homies who were part of it already flipped on him. They want lighter sentences, and they did it in furtherance of him because he was trying to dispose of a body.